Welcome back to True Crime Investigations Unsolved. I'm your host, Anthony Garino. Today, I want to share something deeply personal with all of you. I feel like I've let a lot of people down by not being in Delphi for the trial of Richard Allen. Over the last 8 years, our community has lost so much. We've lost our privacy, our respect, and our sense of safety. All within our own homes. All because one man on one day, the bridge guy. His decision has affected thousands, potentially millions, who've heard the case in some form. Throughout these years, I've seen people lose it all. I'm one of them. Yet there's something that keeps us yearning for more. We dive deeper and deeper until it consumes every second of our lives. Our spouses, significant others, and family feel neglected. It's not our intention. We focus on finding justice for 2 little girls in a small Indiana town. So if you're wondering why we're all so invested in a case involving individuals we don't even know, it's because Delphi's daughters are everyone's daughters. It could have happened to you or someone close to you. I've learned how an entire community changes when murder comes to a small town. This case is built around internet cybercrimes, filled with hate-driven individuals on a mission to cyberstalk and harass, pushing people to the brink of self-harm, and then pretending like they don't condone such behavior. But behind the scenes, they orchestrate it. Along with the Delphi Knots and the Elite Six Due Process Gang, they've done nothing but damage the case. I lost my best friend and the man who convinced me to start a YouTube channel. And as I sit back and reminisce on those days, we would always wonder what it would be like when this day came. We always knew that we'd have a spot, but we didn't think it would take 8 years. Not only do I feel like I've let you all down, but I feel like I've let him down. But I'll be here to cover the trial, live on YouTube, bringing you information from those who are at the courthouse, in the courtroom. So, I'm not gonna let you down. I'm gonna stare out at this mountain, take a deep breath, Because there's only one place left for me to go. To a community that binds together in unity, where we set aside our differences because we are Delphi strong. The place where I belong. The place I call home. Delphi, Indiana. Trial of Richard Allen for the murders of Abby and Libby. This is true crime. Investigation unsolved. The Bridge Guy Trial.
Underneath the midnight sky, hating memory, I look back on all I've done, all the history. Every tear and every laugh written in the sand. I'm walking on this empty road trying to understand. In the shadows of my mind, ghosts still linger near. They whisper tales of what I've lost and what I hold dear. The past, it haunts me like an old dusty book, but I'm turning pages now, I'm giving it one last look. I'm taking the long way home to find my peace, letting go of every weight, finding my release. With every step I reclaim the story that is mine, walking slow and moving on, leaving past behind. In the quiet of the night, moonlight guides my way. Each star a beacon of hope where dreams not fade. I hear the future call my name like a whispered prayer, and I know I'll find my way, no more hidden layers. So I'll travel through the memories kissed by time. Every scar and every smile becomes my own rhyme. Though the road is winding long, I'll carry on. With the past now laid to rest, a new day's dawn. I'm taking the long way home to find my peace, letting go of every weight, finding my release. With every step I reclaim the story that is mine, walking slow and moving on, leaving past behind. Taking the long way home to find my peace, letting go of every weight, finding my release. With every step I reclaim the story that is mine, walking slow and moving on, leaving past behind.
Committing juveniles collecting at the High Bridge in Delphi, Indiana.
Liberty, Liberty Journal, Liberty Journal.
You want to know what we know?
In a small town
It's the only 24/7 true crime broadcast network. Plus free episodes online, true crime podcasts, news, and more. All in one place.
I love this part.
It's one destination for your fascination. Justice Network becomes the True Crime Network.
Coming up tonight, this is a true crime investigation into the unsolved. We open a case file on the Delphi murders. But hidden deep within these files are sealed. Files are sealed. Files are sealed. We take a look inside the world of chaos, mystery, murder, and mayhem. Government cover-ups, cyber attacks, religious cults, and a conspiracy to control it all. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, or wherever the hell you're watching from. It's time. Anthony Greeno investigates the unsolved as we go inside the YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, or wherever the hell you're watching from. It's time. Anthony Greeno investigates the unsolved as we go inside a true crime. Inside a true crime. Inside.
Abigail Williams and Liberty German went on a nature hike at the Monon High Bridge Trail. Their last Snapchat, and then they go missing and are murdered. A search called off at midnight resumed on Valentine's Day.
Over 100 people out searching the area last night, walking both sides of the creek bank.
In Carroll County, police are set to regroup and restart the search for two missing girls.
Keep together, okay? That way we cover more property, quicker time. 21, copter 5.
One day after the crime, law enforcement announces the discovery of bodies in a press conference, seeking the public's assistance.
We have found two bodies. We are investigating this as a crime scene. We suspect foul play.
State police and the FBI have been on the scene now for several hours. A number of units and teams have been here trying to gather information.
Bodies have been positively identified as Abigail J. Williams, 13, of the Delphi area, and Liberty Rose Lynn German, 14, of the Delphi area. This is considered a double homicide investigation.
2 days after the crime, cops release a chilling photograph of the suspected killer, known as the Bridge Guy.
The 2 girls discovered in the woods, authorities asking for your help tonight. Their last Snapchat and the image of a man authorities would like to talk to.
3 days after the crime, a stunning twist as the Maxwell residence was searched on Bicycle Bridge Road. Just 3 days after the murders, electronic devices were seized.
Just hours ago, police surrounded this home.
Accusations fly as a community is on high alert.
And they now have enough evidence to call him the prime suspect.
9 days after the murders, cops release audio of the suspected killer.
We do have some new information for you today. Liberty had the presence of mind to turn on her video camera. But there's enough there that somebody could recognize this person's voice.
And if you're watching, we'll find you.
11 days after the crime, FBI serves search warrant at a home in Peru, Indiana, and electronic devices were seized. Fast forward to March 17th, 2017. Logan was arrested on an unrelated probation violation for drinking and driving to the trash transfer station.
There's been more than 11,000 tips come in to our command center.
Somebody knows something.
On the day of the murders,
Down the hill.
Logan pled guilty to being a habitual traffic offender and received 4 years in prison on April 3rd. Skip ahead to July 2017, 5 months after the murders. The FBI released a composite sketch of the suspect and a profile of the suspect being in the age range of 30 to 65, a height of 5'6" to 5'10", and weighing between 180 and 220 pounds with reddish brown hair.
Somebody has to know this person, recognize that voice.
It's not easy, and a lot of people are putting a lot of work into this, and we're hoping that the tip's there, and we're gonna find it.
On September 25th, 2017, a sex offender who went on the run from Johnson County, Indiana, on the day the sketch was released, was arrested in Colorado. Daniel Nations became a notable person of interest in this case. Bearing a close resemblance to the sketch, a previous criminal history showed Nations was convicted of sex offenses and stalking women and children on hiking trails and public bathrooms.
To call this a cold case is just ridiculous. It's not even close.
2018, Ron Logan heads back to court for a modification. Judge Curtis Faust released Logan from prison to home detention.
We've learned that investigators will be releasing new information about the man on the bridge.
The 1-year anniversary. Cops cleared Nations.
As you all know, we went out to Colorado and we spent a little bit of time with him. And he's not a person that we care a whole lot about at this moment in time. And that's all I'll say about Daniel Nations.
And others.
I think that the people that we have talked to at this point in time, we feel confident that there was no
and
involvement.
send a message to the killer.
If you're watching this and you're responsible, today may be your day. It might be tomorrow, but I can guarantee you, your day's coming.
Skip ahead 8 more months of silence. Daniel Nations is released and speaks out in August of 2018.
I want to know why I'm not being cleared yet.
November 19th, a man dressed identical to Bridge Guy walked into a Catholic supply store near St. Louis, Missouri, and committed sodomy and shot one woman in the head.
He was armed with a gun. He told the women to strip. When one woman would not comply with his demands, investigators say Bruce shot her in the head. Officials say he then sexually assaulted the other woman.
He was later identified as a respected pastor named Thomas Bruce. Moving on to 2019, a series of men hit the hot seat as they become persons of interest. January 8th, Charles Eldridge, arrested in Randolph County after soliciting sex from a 13-year-old girl. Garrett Kurtz, a local man linked to the property owner and crime scene, is arrested for the murder of Nicole Bowen on March 29th.
Did you or did you not kill Abby and Libby?
No, I didn't. And no, I don't.
April 22nd, police announced a new direction and stunned the community
a new sketch of the suspect, saying he's between the ages of 18 and 40, lives in Delphi, and is hiding in plain sight.
It's every town USA, and those things don't happen in every town USA. But it happened in Delphi, Indiana.
June 27th, Paul Etter becomes a person of interest after ending his own life after raping a woman in Tippecanoe County just days prior.
Cops are investigating whether this rape suspect murdered Abby Williams and her best friend Libby German.
Fast forward again to 2021. James Brian Chadwell, arrested on April 19th for sexually assaulting and attempting to murder a 9-year-old girl in Lafayette, Indiana, becomes a person of interest.
Well, he is 42. He is a laid-off welder from Lafayette, Indiana, 20 miles from the city of Delphi, where the two girls were slain 4 years ago.
Then, in December 2021, on YouTube, cops put out a press release at 10 o'clock at night.
While investigating the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German, detectives with the Carroll County Sheriff's Office
for information on a social media profile.
This profile was being used from 2016 to 2017 on social media applications, including but not limited to Snapchat and Instagram. The fictitious Anthony Schatz profile used images of a known male model and portrayed himself as being extremely wealthy and owning numerous sports cars.
Online sleuthing uncovered Keegan Anthony Klein was the man behind the account, and that he had corresponded with Libby on her Instagram account 50 days before the murders, clicking like on one of her photos. On December 13th, 2021, state police responded to concerns over Klein's delayed arrest of 3 years.
I'll take a 20-year sentence. I want to see every paperwork, everything that's ever been said, you know?
Just days after Keegan Klein's sentencing for 25 charges related to child porn was abruptly stopped, he's now telling at least part of the reason why. In an exclusive jailhouse interview, Klein tells our partners at the Murder Sheet podcast his attorney never showed him some of the evidence against him. Klein believes that evidence points to someone else using a social media profile to get sexually explicit pictures and videos of underage girls.
2022, January. Ronald Logan dies from COVID-like symptoms at the age of 82. Then, on the 5-year anniversary, Keegan Klein speaks on HLN.
Did you have anything to do with the murders of Abby or Libby?
Not at all, and I gave up my DNA, a hair follicle test. I've done everything they wanted me to.
11 days after the murders of Abby and Libby, task force investigators served a search warrant on the home that Keegan shared with his dad. At the time, the FBI told the Lafayette Journal and Courier they found nothing to indicate a connection to the Delphi case. Keegan's electronics were confiscated then, but he wasn't arrested until 3 years later. He's now facing 30 counts of child pornography and child solicitation in Miami County, Indiana, unrelated to the Delphi murders. He says, though, that Indiana State Police told him Anthony Schatz had been communicating with Libby before her murder. So why do you think investigators are putting so much focus on you right now?
I have not a clue. I think it's because they said I was the last person to talk to her, is what they've told me.
And then she shows up at the bridge and they're abducted and later found dead.
Right.
And that was not you?
No, 100% not.
And behind Anthony Schatz, a social media persona who, it was later learned, was talking back and forth with Libby German the night before she died.
I think it was in February, one of our sources told us, everybody's focusing on Keegan Klein, but they're really looking at the father.
That tip was borne out a couple weeks later when Greenlee stumbled upon a pair of transcripts from jailhouse interviews with Keegan Klein that were inadvertently posted on a court website.
We have here in our hand is the 194-page transcript of an interview between Keegan Klein and 2 police officers immediately after his arrest on a variety of charges related to child sexual abuse materials and obstruction of justice.
Greenlee says at first investigators didn't seem too worried about the transcripts released. But then, when the interrogation reports hit their website...
What this transcript and our release of it did was basically set off a wave of responses from people in the Peru community, in the Delphi area.
And Klein's own words pointed the finger at his father, Tony Klein, as the only other person with access to his social media account. Could have known that Anthony Schatz was going to meet up with the girls on the bridge that day. At the same time, police said cell phone tracing put Kagan Klein back home in Peru at his grandparents' house, about 40 miles away.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Carroll County Sheriff Tobe Lesenby has been at the center of the Delphi investigation since the day before the girls' bodies were found. He has received inquiries from around the world, from traditional journalists and podcasters alike.
They follow, I guess, what I would consider a proper channel.
Again, in May, the release of the search warrant from the 2017 documents in the Ron Logan case, raising more online speculation as to his involvement. August 19th, 2022, Indiana State Police take Keegan Klein out of jail to search the Wabash River near his home in Peru, in connection with the Delphi investigation. After a 40-day search and the river concluded on September 28th, 18 days later, cops claim a lost tip, recovered on October 13th, 2022, led police to search the home of Richard Allen. Cops conducted forensic analysis on a firearm seized from Allen's home and were able to link an unspent bullet found at the crime scene to Richard Allen's Sig Sauer model P226 handgun.
Because his final days are numbered, and we are counting his judgment day. Judgment day, judgment day is coming. Living this life until it passes you by. Judgment day, yeah, his judgment day is coming, and it'll take away the innocence that remains. His judgment day is coming. It's time to pay the price. The cost is great when you take two lives. Living with regret as you stare into the stars, as you cry yourself to sleep, just as we got ours. 'Cause I can't believe you're standing here today, in front of me like everything's okay. You tore apart our whole community, don't you understand the pain? Every night I wake from nightmares from your voice and the sound of the train. It's like the echoes, it just plays inside my mind. But the day that verdict's read, just know our justice isn't blind. His judgment day, judgment day, judgment day is coming. Living this life until it passes you by. Judgment day, yeah, his judgment day is coming, and it'll take away the innocence that remains. Judgment day is coming. We don't wanna hear you cry, and we don't want your friends to lie, because the sun will fall into your family, you'll now die. It's all your fault because you made the choice, and now we see closure because we are their voice. So as the clock strikes 1, it's almost over, because it's judgment day. His judgment day is calling. Judgment day is calling. Pretty soon we'll see his wife on the edge of the cliff. He's falling, because his judgment day is near. All this time that he's been stalling, time's up, his judgment day is here.
capture.
Somebody out there knows who this person is, and you want to know what we know. Today, you will.
Justice for Libby. Guilty of crime and the clock strikes one. One minute missing and the deed is done. Guilty of crime and the place to hide. Truth will surface each you from inside. Cold all the handprints left on your soul. Morbid confessions tearing the hole. Every mistake they circle the past, holding their breath till justice is cast. Bloodshot eyes will let you sleep.
On October 26, 2022, Richard Allen was arrested and booked in and taken to the White County Jail on October 28th. Halloween 2022, police made an announcement.
But the arrest of Richard M. Allen of Delphi on 2 counts of murder is sure a major step in leading to the conclusion of this long-term and complex investigation. But today was the day.
November 3rd, 2022, the sheriff files for a safekeeping transfer. Judge Diener recuses over YouTube videos and the public's bloodlust for information.
A new court document showed Judge Benjamin Diener recused himself in the case, which the Indiana Supreme Court confirmed earlier this afternoon. In court filings, Judge Diener writes he was attempting to ignore the maelstrom of interest from the public, saying there was already content about his family on YouTube, including photos. Judge Diener writes the public's bloodlust for information before it exists is extremely dangerous. And when the public peddles misinformation with reckless abandon, we all are not safe.
The next day, on November 4th, Special Judge Francis Gull was appointed by the Indiana Supreme Court. Ironically, Keegan Kline has some charges dismissed on November 7th. 2 days later, Richard Allen asked for a public defender. Judge Gull appoints attorneys Andrew Baldwin and Bradley Rosie on November 15th.
Something that they hadn't thought of before. And when they read that, then, they can contact us as his lawyers.
They filed for a bail hearing on November 19th. Change of venue on the 29th. The judge issued a gag order on December 6th. And to end the year, Baldwin accidentally leaked discovery material to a former inmate, Brandon Woodhouse. In 2023, the court determined the jury would be sequestered from Allen County, but would still happen in Delphi. On April 3rd, Richard Allen confessed 5 or 6 times in a phone call to his wife from prison that he in fact murdered Abby and Libby. Immediately, on December 5th, the attorneys moved to have him transferred from the Westville Correctional Facility, citing mistreatment and travel distance.
Like, he's putting in some of the
The court found that the defendant was treated more favorably than others, but approved the Department of Corrections to transfer him if they deemed necessary on April 14th.
Watch a couple videos, and there will probably be members-only links for that kind of
In the shadows of the night, where secrets lie, Anthony Greeno's on the case, no alibi. Voices of the victims echo through the halls, a fight for justice, breaking down the walls. Every clue, every lid, we won't let go. In the name of truth, the world will know. True crime, investigation unsolved. We're digging deep for every lost soul, for the ones who weep. Truth and justice will never fold. Anthony Greeno, the stories unfold. From the cold case files to the unsolved crimes, we're piecing it together one step at a time.
Committing juvenile flat scene. 13-year-old Abigail Abby Williams at the High Bridge in Delphi, Indiana. And 14-year-old Libby German. Last seen on the bed of
Somebody out there knows who this person is, and you want to know what we know. One day, you will.
Justice for Libby.
My name is Anthony Greeno, and I'm from Delphi, Indiana, and I run a YouTube channel called True Crime Investigates.
Greeno, the final boss. Final boss. Greeno, in this YouTube game, your ass will get tossed.
This is part of the mainstream media lies and propaganda put forth by Barbara McDonald, former attorney Bob Mata, and Vinnie Politan. One of the anchors for Court TV, McDonald continues to spread these lies, even though law enforcement insists that Ron Logan has been cleared of any involvement of the Delphi murders. May 7th, the trial was then rescheduled for October 2024. The defense loses an attempt to remove the judge from the case, again. Allen's attorneys argued that Gull violated rules by failing to make decisions on defense motions within 30-day time limit required by law. But the Indiana Supreme Court said the rule referenced did not apply. July 30th through August 1st, hearings take place on various motions within the case. August 29, 2024. Judge Gull rules jurors will hear statements made by Richard Allen while in prison. Gull ruled that jurors in October's trial will be allowed to hear those statements made, which were not under duress or under coercion. And then, the last thing everybody wants to know, is Richard Allen guilty? Well, now, we're going to find out as we step into the Carroll County Circuit Courthouse for the trial of the Delphi murder suspect. This is the state of Indiana versus Richard Matthew Allen. The down-the-hill double homicide bridge guy trial. True crime. Investigation unsolved.
The final boss will make your ass go away with no trace of evidence, cause you can't fucking beat me. I'm the best on the king that wore the crown. I'd like to get unraveled with those girls when I take them to Pound Town. Yo, Angela and Courtney, the day we finally meet, they gonna be no talk. I'm gonna record the expression on your face when you're taking this cock. You're probably like, I can't believe he just said that. Well, I can. I've seen the shit that you post. I can't believe I just read that. So bring your conspiracy theories to the one and only, the final boss. Come on, get off the internet, quit hiding. If you ain't scared, then jumping in the truth I'm providing. She's getting unraveled, she just wants someone to believe her. If that's the case, I'll get her pregnant, and then I'll leave her. Greeno, final boss. How does it feel to know you're not the star of this show? Cause in the world of true crime, you just lost. Let me break it down to you one time. Greeno is the final boss. His hometown, you smurf. You might want to concede this is the final boss turf, and he's gonna make you bleed. The final boss, a dude who gets stoned. But you're in my world now, come get your ass caponed. Greeno is the final boss, and your ass just got owned. True crime, investigation unsolved. Final boss, final boss.
To free a killer, to free a killer.
His mission is a network of like-minded people dedicated to finding justice. Together with you, we've developed a true crime community. My name is Anthony Greeno, and we're about to go inside the True Crime Edition.
Don't ever back up, don't ever back down. Stand your ground and always tell it like it is. Yeah, this life gonna be real damn tough. You take them stars and you call that bluff. Don't let me catch you fitting in, cause every once in out, outlaw, till it's time to do outlaw shit. No stuck and fast forward all of a sudden, time to hit the stop button. You seek the answers, but you never know what you'll find last when you rewind, rewind. This is the Delphi Murders Rewind podcast. Rewind, 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 rewind. Hey, stick to your guns, son. Make me proud. Don't ever back up, don't ever back down. Stand your ground and always tell it like it is. Yeah, this life gonna be real damn tough. You take them stars and you call that bluff. Don't let me catch you fitting in, cause everyone's it. I'm outlaw, till it's time to do outlaw shit. You're stuck in fast forward all of a sudden, time to hit the stop button. You seek the answers, but you never know what you'll find last when you rewind, rewind. This is the Delphi Murders Rewind podcast.
Indiana versus Richard Matthew Allen. The Down the Hill Double Homicide Bridge Guy Trial. True crime. Investigation unsolved.
Bloodshot eyes won't let you sleep. Victims' cries hauntingly deep. Locks won't keep the demons at bay. Your judgment comes and you're led astray. Guilty of crime when the clock strikes one. One minute missing and the deed is done. Guilty of crime with no place to hide. Truth will surface eat you from inside.
Prepare yourself for the most talked about true crime show on the planet. The missing, the murdered, the wanted, and the courtroom drama. Some conspiracies involving propaganda pushed by major news corporations are actually true. The case intertwined with social media, trying to influence the outcome of the trial. To free a killer, to free a killer. His mission is a network of like-minded people dedicated to finding justice. Together with you, we've developed a true crime community. My name is Anthony Greeno, and we're about to go inside the True Crime Edition.
Make me proud. Don't ever back up. Don't ever back down. Stand your ground and always tell it like it is. Yeah, this life gonna be real damn tough. You take them scars and you call that bluff. Don't let me catch you fitting in, 'cause every once in out, outlaw. Till it's time to do outlaw shit. You're stuck in fast forward, all of a sudden, time to hit the stop button. You seek the answers, but you never know what you'll find last. When you rewind, rewind. This is the Delphi Murders Rewind podcast. Rewind, 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 rewind. Hey. Stick to your guns, son, make me proud. Don't ever back up, don't ever back down. Stand your ground and always tell it like it is. Yeah, this life gonna be real damn tough. You take the scars and you call that bluff. Don't let me catch you fitting in, 'cause everyone's in outlaw. Till it's time to do outlaw shit. You're stuck in fast forward, all of a sudden, time to hit the stop button. You seek the answers, but you never know what you'll find last. When you